Welcome back. Welcome back to Civilization Beyond Earth, Rising Tide. We're playing as the Chungsu. You can see Zhongshan, our capital city here, has been growing fairly quickly in the start of the match. We are going okay. We've got a couple of explorer units getting out and having a look around. We are building another one in the capital at the moment. And we had this patrol boat making its way around this landmass. Just seeing if we can meet some more of the other civilizations that have made Planet 4. So far, we've got the People's African Union over here. We have one up here as well. We haven't met them yet, and there's one over here as well. So I think there's about 3, maybe 4, if I've missed another one. But yeah, we'll see how we go. So without further ado, let's jump straight back in. We're working good tiles at the moment. That's nice. Aliens detected. We got a quest. We got to build a colonist unit, which I'll probably be doing fairly soon. And we've also got a quest to uncover this crashed satellite. Find out what that's all about. Boom, boom. Agreement recommendation with the pioneering spirit. So these about villages and trade. So pioneering spirit. Plus 30% outpost growth speed, and it will... Is this what we're getting? So, it will cost us 3 diplomatic capital per turn, and we will get plus 30% outpost growth speed. Don't really care about spending that much, capital on something, not that expensive. So let's send this explorer back here to get back their expedition module there, and we'll send our Chungsu raptor bug around the coast. Now that Chungsu raptor bug we got from a quest or an expedition that we just uncovered. That's fairly handy. Oh, nice. Resource pods for days. Let's pick them all up and move on. Cool, this is nice. So what we're going to do with this raptor bug, now that we've got this other civilization or sponsor that's made Planet 4 here, we're going to use this raptor bug to try and steal as many resource pods as we can before they end up picking them up. Resource pod search, yep, so 70 energy, not the best bonus we could hope for. Just going to check my corners here. Check all my nooks and crannies. Just to make sure we don't leave anything behind. There we go, found another resource pod. And we got another one down here. So it's kind of like a nice... I like the way that the early game plays out in Civilization Beyond Earth. Because you always feel like something's happening. You're always moving forward. Or at least you're under that impression. Let's get a virtue here. So, what I was thinking is... Our cities, we're going to have maybe 2 or 3 aquatic cities. Now, these aquatic cities, I've already mentioned it, but I'll mention it again. They don't grow their tiles around the city from, storing up culture and automatically, picking them up. You actually have to physically move your city to acquire new tiles. So what we're going to have to do is probably spend a fair bit of energy to pick up other tiles, because that's your other option as an aquatic city. Now, if you move your aquatic city, say I've got a city on this tile here, and I want to pick up this tile over here. If I move my aquatic city over here to claim these 3 tiles up here, this strategic resource that my city moved onto will be destroyed. So you can kind of see how annoying that is. For example, Zhongshan, if I move that tile onto these eggs, the eggs would be destroyed. So I'm going to have to spend a fair bit of energy to buy out these kind of tiles, because they are useful. Whoops, they are useful tiles. I don't want to get rid of them because they can provide some pretty good bonuses. So I'm going to make sure I'm keeping on top of energy. This one here, commoditization, gives +1 energy from every basic resource. Now you can see, pretty much all of my tiles there just got an extra energy. Oh yeah, okay, resource tiles. So algae. And my eggs and any other ones. This coral eventually when I expand my borders over there. So all of those tiles will get an extra energy output. That's nice. Alright, we just got to make sure we keep on top of that. Have enough energy to expand our tiles. We'll just make sure we pick up the rest of these resource pods. A little bit of science there, which is nice. It's always helpful. Pick up that one. A little bit of energy. Ew, and we got an artifact discovered. Progeny 2 interactive family tree. So it's a little bit worn, so not in the best condition. Stare into this mirror and your ancestors will stare back. That's kind of freaky. Must have product on Earth. Families that would feature progeny brand. That is not at all creepy. So this is, oh yeah, sorry. We haven't found an artifact yet. So the artifact system includes, you know, we'll be, as we explore this world, we'll find different artifacts, and they can come from 3 different categories. They can come from old Earth, which are human artifacts, alien, which are obviously alien, or progenitor, which is like that future race that used to be occupying this planet here. Now, if we research it and break it down, we can get some pretty nice bonuses like culture and production. If you get a couple of different artifacts and break them down together, you can get some really nice bonuses and unlock some nice buildings. So we might just hold off for now. We won't break it down just yet. Break it down. Yeah, we won't just break it down yet, and we'll just hold on to them and make sure that we can take full advantage of the situation. I swear to God, we had a resource pod up here somewhere. Oh, here it is. No, it's on the land. Dagnammit. That's alright. We'll keep moving around the coast there. Now, as I was saying before, I'm going to have to buy a tile. So I'm thinking about buying this coral here. Let's go ahead and do that. And we'll move over there and start working it immediately. Just checking my crannies to see if we've got any resource pods. Doesn't look like we have any just yet. There's one in the water there. Okay, my explorer's got an expedition module. So I'm going to pull him over here to this crashed satellite because that is a quest. One of our quests, I believe. Build an expedition out of signal source. Yeah, cool. So let's go ahead and do that. Resource pod discovered. We're getting an explorer in 2 turns. Now with this explorer, I'm probably going to go and pick up this resource pod and then move down here and maybe do an expedition and uncover some of this sea that's down here, because it's a really big amount of, you know, fog of war that we have to uncover down there. So a work barge will give us a little bit of production. At the moment, it's got one of pretty much everything. I don't mind doing that because we don't have heaps of production just yet. Let's keep going around this coast here. Looks like we found an alien nest and a lot of these alien rippers. Got some alien scarabs on the mainland there. Yeah, so the alien life on this planet is pretty diversified, and we got a new sponsor or civilization making planet 4. So that'll be 4, I think. So we'll bring this this unit back up here. I hope it's not landlocked. Like with this raptor bug, if we can't get across the sea, then we're just going to be stuck here for the rest of the game. That's kind of unfortunate. So let's construct an expedition over there. So let me just, so these floating alien structures, I did a bit of reading over the weekend because I kind of just realized how little I know about the game. And I read up about this Marvel mechanic that's happening at the moment. We're going to get a quest to discover what these things are. Now, some of them will give you bonuses. Being so close to our main city, I was kind of a little bit dubious because I don't know what they are, and I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing. But apparently, this particular structure is a progenitor building, and it's probably going to give us, I think it's 3 geothermal, which is a nice strategic resource that we can end up using. I don't really know what geothermal is specific to or what it does, but you know, it's a good thing. It's probably the quick way of saying what I was trying to say. Resource pod, we get some culture out of that, which is real nice. Real nice. Bring this unit over here. What are we going to work on now? I think we want to go for a patrol boat because we do have a lot of area that we haven't explored just yet. I'm probably going to send this patrol boat either through this little canal over there to see if there's a sea over here to explore, or up here to uncover some more area. Now, we're probably going to be building a colonist fairly soon. So I'm probably going to want to go for an outpost or homesteading, which gives plus 30% speed towards outpost growth. Some of these bonuses are sick. Yeah, that's cool. So yeah, we'll go plus 30%, and that'll open up the road to this free colonist unit. We may end up actually just getting this instead of building a colonist unit. We'll want to grow a little bit slower than Civ 5 because health is a real problem. A lot of the times in the past when I do play Civ Beyond Earth, I end up sending out a whole bunch of settlers or colonists to start new cities, and I end up just being massively unhappy or unhealthy because my civilization is way too big. So we're going to be a little bit slower about it, a little bit more calculated maybe, and just kind of take our time. So I'll probably settle here and then move my city one tile down here eventually. So that means we can go 1, 2, 3. We can work this float zone. 1, 2, 3. We can work this frac site. 1, 2, 3. Eventually we'll be able to work these vents. This algae. Oh no, that's xenomass down there. 2, 3. And we'll work all of these tiles down here, including this shell. Sunken vehicle. That should be a progenitor artifact down there. Or a possibility of getting a progenitor artifact. So let's keep moving around this land mess, and we'll see if we can find any more of these resource pods. Zhongsang has grown. What do we got? What are we working? That's good. Nice. Aliens. So this guy's just hanging about, being kind of annoying at this point. Sometimes it can get ridiculous. Like the amount of space that these aliens end up taking up is redonkulous. So we'll want to just keep an eye on them. Make sure they ain't causing us troubles. Eventually we may have to do a cull, and I hate that word, it's such an ugly word. But or one of the other civilizations might end up doing it for us, you know? So let's keep moving around. Wow, yeah, we found another resource pod. 40 energy, that's always helpful, and we found an alien nest down here on this Farak site. Good-o. Good-o. So we'll probably have a nice mix of aquatic cities and we got a little bit of energy there as well. So a nice mix of aquatic and land based cities. Expedition complete. Expedition salvaged a wreck of a crashed satellite, and we were able to do some preliminary research on a distant technology called fabrication.
All planets.
Very nice. And we finished up with planetary survey. Let's just go and see where fabrication is. So fabrication is down here, quite a while away. Of course, it will take 99 turns to discover it now. But yeah, you can see there that we've discovered, or we've got 232 science points towards that 925. So we got a nice little preliminary research done on that one. So as soon as we get up to that point, we won't have to spend as much time researching it, which is always good. So we'll just flick back to the main. What is going on there? Press that. That's still a quest decision. Oh, here we go. We have located the signal's origin. A probe belonging to Cestus group crashed in the swamp of Xenomass, which is that. Never reached any, and their status remains missing. Recovering the probe may provide answers to their ultimate fate. Doing so. Ooh. Okay, alright. So they somehow work this into an affinity decision. So we can either don't risk contamination and leave the probe behind, which is this guy, because he's sitting in some xenomass, and if we try and pull the probe out, we're going to contaminate the xenomass and destroy the tile, I suppose. Or we could recover the probe and the xenomass will end up being destroyed. Now, let's think about this, because we don't really have that much access to... Oh, we got a little bit of xenomass down here. There's some over here. Now, xenomass is affiliated with Harmony. Harmony is kind of the belief that we can get along with the aliens and, you know, we can work together and reach an understanding with them. Purity, is associated with floatstone. Now, just looking around at the moment, the fact that we've got so much floatstone means that we're probably going to be better off going down that direction. Purity affinity. Conservation of human nature and the belief that human embodiment is the ideal form of humanity. So they are the ultimate humanists. They're like, yeah, humans are the best. And I think their eventual victory is bringing, or is going back to old Earth and taking care of them. Or maybe that's a supremacy one. Evolution of humanity to an elevated existence in capacity, thought, and order. So supremacy is affiliated with Firaxite, which is this resource here. I don't think we really care about xenomass at the moment. We'll recover the probe. The xenomass doesn't matter, even though I am such a pacifist and I really like going down the harmony affinity. We're just gonna have to bite the bullet and get that satellite back. So I guess, what have we done? Okay, we'll see how that goes in a second. So what we're going to do now is, before we start building our colonist, or before we start unlocking it, we're going to build a clinic, because you know what we're saying about health being a massive problem? Yeah, we're going to have to need a lot of it later on in the game. So I'm going to build up this clinic. It's going to give us a little bit of science, a little bit of health, which is nice. Let's, oh, I really should have done this a long time ago. Where is our, being Chungsu, our unique ability is that we get extra science for every positive covert operation in enemy cities or other cities. So we're going to send our agent over to Magan here, People's African Union, because they are probably our closest neighbor by a long shot at the moment. And we're going to start doing some covert operations and taking advantage of that bonus. I really should have done this a long time ago. Well, he's only just made Planetfall, really. But we could have taken advantage of that a lot more. A lot better. So my bad if you're watching this and you're like, well, man, you're doing it wrong. Wow, we just found another alien structure there. Let's keep going with this raptor bug, see what we can find. We're just going to pull around the coast here. Check me nooks and crannies. There's nothing there. So what are we going to research now, bros? What are we going to go for? I'm thinking chemistry because of this water refinery. +1 production from water tiles, which will be amazing for us, obviously, being on water. So we'll go up in this branch, chemistry. Along the way, we'll pick up a lab, a recycler, and we'll refill petroleum on the map. Now, petroleum is kind of like the sole resource for building orbital units and satellites. So that could be useful later on in the game. Let's just check out what's going now. So we need to drain the xenomass lake at the crash site. Whether we can do that with an explorer or not, we'll find out. And we also need to build 1 colonist unit. I don't know if I'm going to build it. I'm just going to, get it either through my virtues or buy it. We got quite a bit of energy stored up. Let's keep moving about. Got ourselves another resource pod there, and we got another artifact. So what is this? Drone Hive Mind. Drone Control Center. Hive Mind invaluable during the construction of the ships. It allowed human workers to focus on more delicate, non-standard tasks. So just lots of drones, I suppose. So if we combine them, we get an even bigger bonus. So a little bit of production, bit of science, and some culture. Now, again, I'm just gonna hold off and see if we can get anything better with a triple whammy. Let's slap a farm down on that tile there, and good. So this little canal has opened up to another sea. It looks like. Let's see if we can. I'm gonna see if my explorer can actually inspect this floating alien structure, because I really want that quest to start as soon as possible. Whoops. I think I just sent this guy on a goose chase. Cancel the last mission. Aliens detected. Portable reactor, artifact, and resource pod. Cool. We're doing okay. We're doing pretty good. Let me know if you think I should be hiding this multiplayer score list. Some people think it's really distracting from the game. But we'll see what you guys think. Anyway, there goes my timing, guys. I'm going to leave it there for now. Join us next time. We're doing pretty well. I'm really enjoying getting back into this game so far. Hopefully you did too. And we'll see you next time. Jujubear signing out. Bye.